He said, my friend prays 5 times a day, but he participates in a number of events that are known to have shirk. Is this a bigger or a lesser shirk? Well, Abu Safwan, because you called in the last few minutes, I just really wanted to know the practices, because the word shirk is very broad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah An-Nisa, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَغْفِرُ أَن يُشْرَكَ بِهِ وَيَغْفِرُ مَا دُونَ ذَلِكَ لِمَن يَشَاءُ. So this ayah refers to the major shirk, which is associating partners to Allah in worship. It is known that non-Muslims, those who worship other than Allah or worship others along with Allah, they are mushrikeen. Mushrikeen يعني they associate partners to Allah in worship. Non-Muslims, non-believers, right? That's called a major shirk. But many people do not know that amongst those who are Muslims, many who practice shirk, even major shirk. What do we hold against Christians and against non-Muslims? We hold against them that they consider a human being as a divine being, or they treat him as God, and some sects as a son of God, or a combination of a human being and a divine being. We say this is entirely refused. Allah the Almighty ordered us to worship Him alone. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. A similar practice which is done by some who ascribe themselves to Islam and they are involved in these shirk activities. Those who believe in Allah and they pray 5 times a day and they fast Ramadan, but they invoke others, they supplicate to others, they seek the help of others besides Allah. I'm not going to say instead of Allah, this is plain shirk, but this is where they were confused. They considered seeking help from saints, from people whom they assume they are righteous after their death by going to their peers, by going to their graves and invoking them. They think that these guys are very righteous and we take them as means of approach. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that was the same invalid excuse that the Meccan pagans have used to reason when they argued with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, "Ma na'buduhum illa liyuqarribuna ila Allahi zulfa," in Surah Az-Zumar. And in fact, this is a major shirk. There is something called minor shirk, which would not take the person out of Islam, but it would lessen his word or even waive their word, and he would come with loads of sins, such as showing off, for instance, or hypocrisy.